color heroes that I prefer in Artifact. Dude, red heroes are pretty dumb in Artifact. Like they have, if you like type in Google like artifact cards, like you guys can see a good deal of the hero cards. And you guys know how artifact works. Like when the game starts, the guys have like random positions. So compared, like, let me put it this way, like 90% of the red and black heroes one shot almost all of the blue heroes. So like, and you can only play cards if you have a hero of that color in that lane. So my experience playing blue was game starts, half my heroes die instantly, and I can't play cards for 2 turns. So like, if you're playing Artifact right now, you want to be playing some red heroes. Basically. The blue guys cast like crazy powerful spells, but their stats are really weak. Your blue heroes often get obliterated in the opener. People have like new names and stuff. Like, for instance, Stancifka is one of the big Artifact guys. He's like really into Artifact. But his name in the game is like Luckbox or something like that. I forget. But they recently had a tournament in closed beta, and the tournament was on like Battlefy, so you could see the people participating. And I'm out of the loop on the Hearthstone tournament scene, but like out of the 100 some players in the tournament, 40 of them I recognized as Hearthstone tournament players. Like they use the same name as they did in Hearthstone. And not everyone does that even, so like, it appears as if the people who randomly got invited into the Artifact beta have generally been Hearthstone content creators or streamers or pro players. Perfect Diablo 4 game in a nutshell. Like Diablo 2 with better graphics on your phone. That would be it. And skip the real money auction house this time. But Kripp, it was an open market trading system that would revolutionize gaming. Yeah, of course it was. Revolutionized how depressing it is to buy items for money. Yeah, that was one of my main points for the whole Artifact economy thing. Like, Artifact's gonna be a good game for many reasons, but like, open card market is most likely not going to be one of those reasons. I'm not gonna go into the details of it, but I would like to remind you guys how hyped people were about Diablo 3, a real money auction house. Like, oh my god, this is gonna revolutionize gaming, it's gonna be the best thing ever. Where it's like, it was actually total shit. And not only was it total shit, it was exactly what we expected it to be. So it wasn't like the feature under-delivered. It was, that type of feature is garbage, right? Now, of course, they're gonna do it differently than that, but go be as hyped as you want to be about whatever new game comes out, but I would recommend you lower your expectation for your own good when it comes to open markets of anything. Am I putting down Artifacts so much? Dude, I'm doing you guys a favor. I've never seen a more hyped game in my life. And hype is a very dangerous thing. Almost never will something ever live up to its hype. So when I see like the most hyped up game I've ever seen. I'm doing you guys a favor by managing your expectations, okay? I hope, whether I end up playing it forever or almost not at all, I hope Artifact ends up being as successful as all of your expectations. Even if I end up playing Hearthstone after its launch, Hearthstone is going to have to keep up with the market loss that it experiences. They're gonna have to concede to some of the things that a lot of the fans have asked for a long time. So the more successful Artifact is, the better Hearthstone will be. It's like a guarantee, right? So I want Artifact to succeed, okay? Because if it's a good game and I end up playing it, good. If it's a good game and I don't end up playing it, still good. So it's fine, right? I'm really just trying to get you guys to a more realistic level of what you can expect from not just that game, any game, right? Do I think there's any chance Artifact will kill Hearthstone? I think there's 0 chance of that. I think the chance that it takes significant market share is relatively high. But the games are very different. Artifact is not like the other card games that I've played. The closest card game that I can compare Artifact to is Gwent, and it's not really that close. It's like pretty far from Gwent. Right? But that's like it, right? So it's very different. Artifact is it's not a very good spectator game for people that haven't already played Artifact. For people that have played Artifact, that will have to find out, because that's very few people have played Artifact, and like there's no content out there basically because it's all NDA. So that is yet to be determined. What's really wrong with Hearthstone? Blizzard's too slow. That's it. They're too slow. Hearthstone is very much a mobile game in terms of how it works, in terms of its simplicity, in terms of its price structure. It's very much a mobile game. But in terms of how quickly updates happen, it's very much not a mobile game. Most of the time Blizzard has made like adjustments to cards. They've been generally good. Every time they had like a big fuck up in Standard because of like, you know, not turning out well, they've made generally the right changes. But it's a very different thing to make the right changes like a week after the fuck up or like 2 months after the fuck up, right? There's a very big difference there in terms of how players see the game. And they have generally been slow. That has been the problem. Generally. Like the it's on our radar thing is a meme, but it's actually kind of fucking depressing. Because that's actually what they say, and that's exactly when people expect a better answer than that. It's like, are you aware about how fucked up this part of the game is? Blizzard answer, it's on our radar. And the people are like, I'm glad you acknowledged this, thank you. It's very helpful. Yep. So that's kind of the interaction there. They don't want to nerf cards, because that would be the selling point of the expansion. Well, they're not going to want to nerf cards in Artifact either. That's not really... They just have to. They have to. You're not going to have... It's impossible to have a perfectly balanced game. So, mistakes happen. Fixing mistakes mistakes happening. That's all very understandable. But the difference is fixing mistakes a week later or fixing mistakes 2 months later. There's a big difference between those two things, right? And Blizzard has not been very good with that. What do I think will Blizzard give the fans if Artifact is successful? Well, Artifact will be successful. You know, they might take 10% market share from Hearthstone. I think there'll still be some changes in the positive direction of Hearthstone, but it might take like 50% from Hearthstone, in which case there'll probably be a lot of changes to Hearthstone. I think just their reaction time is change enough. At least for me, it is. I think my hand sucks enough that I actually have to play UI here. Oh, yeah, it's not play UI here. How long has red been a problem for blue and Artifact? Well, people are saying blue is a great color. Like, blue as a color is fine. I'm sure people are playing blue just fine. The blue spells are ridiculously powerful. It's just that when the game starts and the positioning of all the units is RNG, and like all of the red heroes one-shot all of the blue heroes, like the game starts and then I lose 3 blue heroes and then I can't play a card. It's just like, I don't know. I don't like that part about the game very much, but you know, there's in terms of balance, blue can probably still win some of those games. I don't know. I really haven't played the game enough to tell the whole balance aspect. It's better to stick to one color. Almost all the Artifact decks I see are 2 colors.
The sun has set for me.
The best way I can explain it is like, you know, when Pirate Warrior would get that hand and it would be impossible to win and it would not be very fun to just completely get obliterated by turn 4, but Pirate Warrior still had a 50% win rate? It kind of seems like that situation to me, right? But again, I don't know